Hey guys, so this is the Green River. As you can see, the way it is flowing, it's a beautiful scenery. So this is why the college is called Green River College. So it derives its name from this river. It's such a beautiful river. So I was not able to film in the school because of some unavoidable situations, and so I decided to come and do my film here on the Green River. So I want to talk about the embassy just a little bit, because that is the most important aspect of this journey. So at the embassy stage, we assume that you have gone through the application process to the school. You have been given what we call I-20. You have signed your I-20. You have paid what they call a service fee of $350. It might change with time. Before it was $200, now it is $350, and you have paid the visa fee, which is $160, and you're ready to go to the embassy. So what do you need at the embassy? This is important because the embassy decides whether you will come to the US or not. So what you have to do is prepare. All right, that's the most important thing. Prepare for the believers. Pray hard and prepare. So what do you need to prepare? One, you need to prepare your documents. Make sure you have your bank statements. Make sure that if you are talking to your parent or the person who is sponsoring you, you have some title deeds there. If you have a job already and job offers, make sure you carry those documents. If you have permission to leave your work for some time, make sure you do that. Carry those documents that show that yes, you are working, you have not resigned, and once you come back and study, you will go back home. In terms of documentation, it's important to arrange your documents. Carry your birth certificate in case they need to see it. Carry your passport. Carry the service fee receipt, and I will list all the documents that you are required to carry. So once you go to the embassy on the D-Day, make sure you relax, because I know it's tough. You will be under a lot of pressure. And the most important thing and what will give you the confidence to relax will be you have gone through your DS-160. You know the contents of the DS-160. You know your name. Some people are under pressure. They don't know their names, or they have forgotten their names. You know your mobile number. You know your email. You know everything. You know your parents' name. Some people might be so anxious they forget even their parents' date of birth. So spend a lot of time with your DS-160, because each and every question that will be asked by the visa officer will be from your DS-160. So what do they look for, and what should you capture when you're filling your DS-160? Number one, for an F1 student visa, it is a non-immigration visa or a non-immigrant visa. So it means that you're not coming here to immigrate. You are not moving from Kenya and coming to the United States to settle down. So it means you are coming here for a short period of time, and then you will abide by the rules of the visa, which one of the rules is you should not engage in unauthorized work, and you are abiding to all those rules, and you understand that. So F1 visa, so they want to see that you have reasons to go back home, and this is what they call the home ties. So one of the ways you can show your home ties, and this is a challenge more so for we young people who are, one, not married. Number two, we may not have children. The only thing we have is our nuclear family. That's our mom, dad, or our mom or our dad, if they are single parents, and you have your siblings. So that is what you want to show. So you have your mom or your dad, or both of them, or you have a guardian, or you have a person who is family to you, and they are dear to you, such that once you come to the United States and study, you would want to go back home. The second thing that can show that you have home ties will be a job offer. This is difficult because remember, you're coming to spend 2 years if you're coming to a community college, and 4 years if you're coming to a university for an undergraduate, and again 2 years if you're coming for a master's program, and about 4 years if you're coming for a PhD. So most of the employers will not just give you an offer letter and tell you, hey, go study, and then when you come back after 2 years or 4 years or whichever number of years you plan to spend here on your studies, and they will give you a job. So you really need to work with employers who can guarantee you that. I know a few who can, but still it is important to talk to them so that they can guarantee indeed that after you study, they will give you a position in their organization. So that shows the visa officer that you do not intend to come here and start your life here and forget about your home country. So those are the home ties. Number 3, you can show assets if you have assets. And again, I have said this, it is important to note that sometimes we young people, we do not have as much assets, or sometimes we don't have any asset to begin with. So it's really how you convince the visa officer. So the other important thing, as you highlight your DS-160, some people are asked, what have you been doing? Are you employed? So even if you are not employed formally, you have been volunteering, make sure you indicate that you are a volunteer and these are the tasks that you have been doing. Don't be mediocre when it comes to filling in your DS-160. Make sure it's thorough. If you have been volunteering as library associate, for example, in the Kenya library or in the Uganda library services, just write that, and then you write what exactly you have been doing in that position. One, maybe you can say you have been arranging books according to the styles of arranging books in the library. You have been issuing books to those who want to check them out. You have been receiving books to those who want to check the books back into the library. You have been keeping inventory. All these things, make sure you highlight them. And again, because it's your truth, make sure you remember all these things that you write on your DS-160, because you can be asked, for example, you will be asked, which year did you finish high school? You said you finished high school in 2010 or whichever year you said, and then they ask you which year, and then you're not sure, you start mumbling. So that already cast a lot of doubt in the visa officer's mind. And then they ask you, after finishing high school, what did you do? Some people maybe proceeded to a college. Some people, went out there and started working. So make sure that it's very clear, because at the end of the day, you are showing your story. What's your story? So after high school, let's say, for example, the most traditional way, I'm not saying that if this is not the path that you followed, you will be denied. No. So the most traditional way is you finish high school, you go to college, you earn maybe a diploma, you might earn a 4-year degree. Then from there you get a job, and maybe you want to come and do a master's, or you want to